Hello friends, how are you all? Hope you are doing great at various aspects of your lives. Sometimes your book library becomes so big and books to be read queue becomes so long that despite your genuine intention to read them, some of them took very long for their turn. Same is happened in the case of 8 The Game Is On by Swapnil Khamkar for Team ThinkerViews. Recently, from our team, I got a chance to read it and I found it a comparatively good thriller where masala of a movie is infused. Let us start with the cover page. Being a key to the portal, the book cover plays a significant role in a potential reader's reading and or purchase decisions for sure. As you can see, the cover page of this book shows the protagonist wearing black goggles and an overcoat having a gun in his hand. In the story, however, he doesn't need to do that. While the illustration of Vasco da Gama and the ship are important elements of the story, they don't look much attractive. It seems the cover page is designed by the author or a designer friend who had minimum resources at hand and open source images to use. The cover page is not very disappointing either. But the story is quite good and a better cover page could have made a huge impact on book selling for sure. Overall, a moderately good cover page which could have been better. Let us take a bird's eye view of the story explored in the book. The story starts off interestingly. The world of movies and film stars, or people associated with the film business, fascinates the public in general. It was a rainy night when a popular film director, Akash Gupta, is found hanging in his home. Is it a suicide or a murder? To solve the mystery, the authorities have called in Neil, an officer who is unhappy with the system and has offered his resignation, though it was not accepted. He was accompanied by his best friends Jay and Avantika, both brave and excellent officers from the department. Neil was not okay with the decision of the department to include Avantika in his team, and so does Avantika to be included in a team with Neil. Well, Avantika also has resigned from the department and her resignation is not also accepted yet. At the same time, another mysterious case of robbery challenged the same team. It seemed that a ship carrying 2000 artifacts was mysteriously sabotaged and some important artifacts from the same are looted. Those artifacts are linked to Vasco da Gama, the first Portuguese sea voyager who successfully reached India and played an important role in changing the history of the country. Is there a link between both the cases? Why someone was interested in looting some older artifacts? Will the team be able to solve the mysteries? The book tries to follow the path of a thriller where modern day fellows trying to chase the things linked with history. In the very similar way, you can see various popular thrillers by Dan Brown, Ashwin Sanghi, Christopher C. Doyle, and others. The book has chosen two interesting plots to explore in this thriller. One, a murder of someone associated with film industry, and two, a worldwide trail of events to find historical artifacts hidden in plain sight. Some of the parts of the book are really interesting, especially the first segment of the book. While the team of the author has tried hard to infuse historical importance and trails in the story, that works at some places and fails at others. Ditto for various cities. The author has provided some interesting details for many places, and you may find some of them interesting too. The relations between Neil, Avantika, Jai, and Raghu works in favor of the story till there is a patch up between Neil and Avantika. It becomes a tour for them where they have some good time together also. Now this segment is tricky. Some find it like a diverting track in this otherwise good thriller. I found it so. The author is good at exploring scenes. Sometimes the details are so interestingly written that you may remember Sherlock Holmes or Hercule Poirot cases, and all the cars are clean at home. Only one car has mud stains on its tires, and that car belongs to Shivam. Even though it was powering, the rain could not wash away the mud. That means the car was in a large muddy area or maybe stuck in the mud. A slight red mark in the left side of Akash's face indicates that he was hit or was slapped. The author is good at exploring emotions without getting melodramatic. I consider it as a positive aspect of the book. For example, Jay had a cute smile on his face. Neil and Avantika had tucked their heads out of their respective windows, though none of them saw what was outside the car. It is one of the rare books where the works of diplomats is acknowledged and appreciated. I like it for this gesture. I am happy we have a vast network of diplomats working all over the world. Working for our country in another nation is not easy, I see. Thank you. If the government is the backbone of democracy, the diplomats are the backbone of the international image of the country. The book has its own dose of romance. The good thing is it never goes into adultery mode. We have seen that many authors, including some popular ones, include adulteries and titillating content in order to sell more copies of the book. Here are some interesting lines from the book about love. It is no need to say that I love you, but sometimes it becomes necessary. The night was dark and love was bright. The moon and the stars glowed, and so did their souls. The book touches the psyche of white collar criminals who are otherwise intelligent, creative, and intellectual, but has rigid and firm beliefs in wrong things. I think that if someone hates what history says and intends to change the perspective, then the person must make it popular among the people. To prove that history was wrong, and this can be done by evil means. The plot of the book is set up in such a way that the story takes you through many places including Oman, Muscat, Lisbon, Cairo, Malindi, Vasco da Gama, Madai, Calicut or Kozhikode, Kappad, and many other places. I have read the Kindle edition of the book, which we have bought during a promotion, so in terms of value for money, this book is a good deal for us. While reading the ebook, I found that sometimes the font size is changed, resulting into inconsistency. The book has its share of proofreading errors, mainly unwanted line breaks and or having misplaced white spaces. We have shared those examples in our review article at thinkerviews.com. These quotes from the book will definitely give you an idea of the quality of writing you can expect from the book. I have tried to pick only spoiler-free stuff. In summary, the story is set up in an interesting arena and it is an interesting thriller, especially the earlier part of the book and the climax. The book could have been better. Some parts of the book fail to make an emotional link with the reader. Overall, a thriller which you will enjoy reading. ThinkerViews rating would be around 7 stars out of 10. So, have you already read the book? Are you planning to read it? What do you think about this book review? Do you find it helpful in deciding whether to go for the book or not? Please do share your genuine remarks via comments below. If you have enjoyed listening to the review, please hit the like button and do not forget to share it with your friends and other fellows whom you think such reviews interest more. Till we meet with our next podcast, bye bye, take care, namaskar.